G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be giving you my preview and predictions for week 3 of the Pacific Championships. Very excited for this one. So we'll go through the 2 women's games first and I'll give you my predictions on them. I'll give you the margin and a try scorer for both those games, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the men's games. Obviously, I don't know as much about the female teams as I do the males, so I can talk a little bit more about the men's, but I still want to give my predictions on the women's games. All right, so the first of the women's games, we've got Fetu Samoa against Fiji Bulikula. Remember, guys, please do let me know if I pronounce any of these wrong. All right, so this is going to be a good game, I reckon. I reckon this could be very close. Samoa got the win over Tonga last week. I'm actually going to say Samoa win this one. Fiji, they've got a pretty decent team, but Samoa coming off a good win over Tonga. I reckon they can get the job done here and win this one. I'm backing in Samoa to beat Fiji. I think 1-12. And I'm going to go Ivania Peliti to score anytime for Samoa. All right, in the next game, we've got the game on Sunday between the PNG Orchids and the Kiwi Ferns. Now, this one should be a pretty one-sided affair in my opinion. I don't really think Papua New Guinea will stand a chance against the Ferns. Like Australia, the Ferns have an extremely stacked side. LC Albert, as always, it will give 110%, but I just don't think it's going to come close to the Ferns in this one. I think we probably see Malay Hafunga score any time in here, and I think the Ferns win this one 13+. All right, that is the women's games done and dusted. On to the men's. The first game on Saturday is between the New Zealand Kiwis and Tonga. Very excited for this one. It should be a cracking game. Now, we'll go over the team lists here. So, for the Kiwis, Keanu Kinney at fullback, Jermaine Asako and Will Warbrick on the wings. Peter Hiku and Matt Timoko make up the centres with Chance Nickel Klokstad and Sean Johnson in the halves. James Fisher-Harris up front with Joseph Tarpanay, who moves from the lock position to the front row, and Phoenix Crossland will once again be the number 9. Isaiah Papali'i and Scott Sorensen in the second row, and Nafua White comes in to that number 13 jersey. Leo Thompson is moved to the number 17 jersey, with Murata Niokore, Griffin Neem and Cody Nikarima making up the rest of the bench. The reserves are Aaron Clark, Jordan Ricky, Casey McLean and Trent Talau. For the Tongan side, Lehigh Hopewadi is the fullback. Daniel Tupu and Sione Katoa are the wingers, with Moses Sully and Paul Alamori in the centres. Tui Lolahia and Isaiah Katoa in the halves, and Whenua Blake and Felice Carfusi in the front row. Saliva Havili is the dummy half. In the second row, Hamole Olakawatu, Elisa Katoa and Jason Taumalolo, the captain and the lock. Off the bench, you've got Sonny Luke, Sitili Tupanua, Taniela Paseka and Siwa Wong. The reserves, Tolatau Kola, Kulikefu Finefuiaki, Isaiah Iongi and Keon Kolomatangi are the reserves. Not quite sure what's going on with Keon there. I believe there could be something to do with the birth of a child for him, but I'm not exactly sure on why he has been ruled out of this one. If you guys know, please drop it down below in the comments, because I feel like this is a massive game and you probably want Keon playing. But obviously, if there are family commitments, then that is completely understandable. All right, I think this will be a very close game. I think this one will be one of the closest games in the entire tournament, to be honest. Both these sides, in my opinion, can beat the Kangaroos. I think, both sides have played the Kangaroos now They've worked out combinations. They've done this, they've done that. I thought New Zealand were quite good against the Kangaroos last week. And for at least 70 minutes, Tonga were pretty strong against the Kangaroos in week 1. With that being said, I think Tonga will give this a red-hot go. But in New Zealand, I do think the Kiwis will be too strong here. I am going to back the Kiwis. I think they win this one by 4 points. I think it'll be a relatively close game. And I'm going to go Will Warbrick to score any time for the Kiwis. And for Tonga, I am going to say, I think Daniel Tupou gets a try there for Tonga. So that is my tip for this one. Going the Kiwis by 4 points over in New Zealand. And I'm going for both Daniel Tupou and Will Warbrick to score any time. All right, the final game of the weekend. We've got the PNG Kumbles against the Cook Islands. I'm going to butcher this. A2. Let me know how to pronounce that down below in the comments, guys. All right, Papua New Guinea. Nene McDonald at fullback. Elijah Roltinga and Robert Derby are the wingers. Robert Matthias and Roderick Tai are the centres. Kyle Laybut and Lockie Lamb are the halves, with Valentine Richard, Jacob Arlick Winky, Judah Rimbu in the front row and hooker respectively. Dan Russell comes in for Reece Martin. Jeremiah Simbikin is returning in the number 12 jersey, and Jack DeBellin returns at lock. Liam Horn, Koso Bandy, Sylvester Namu and Isla Alu make up the 17, and the reserves listed below. For the Cook Islands, you've got Esom Ioka at fullback, Stephen Masters and Rickson Andrew on the wings. Ruben Rennie, who I actually thought was really good last week in pockets of that game, gave it a good crack. And Delia Wigmore, I thought was also very good. I thought the centres played okay. Obviously, in a loss like that, nobody really had a good game, but I didn't mind those two. Brad Tukarangi returns with Esan Masters in the halves. Tepai Moiroa and Davey Mawale. Shout out to Davey, Rabbitohs legend, in the front row. Rua Gatikura, the only try scorer for Cook Islands, returns in the number 9 jersey. Zane Tedavanu and Ruben Porter in the second row, with Pride Patterson Ramadi at lock. Kobe Tararo, Mason Teague, Justin Makireri and Junior Teroi make up the interchange bench. All right, for this game, I think this is all going to be one-sided. I think Papua New Guinea get an absolute clinic against the Cook Islands. I don't think Cook Islands will really show up at all. I think Papua New Guinea have such good attacking footy. They're going to be on the Cook Islands all night. I think Papua New Guinea win this and win it by a cricket score. I'm going to say Papua New Guinea by 52 points. I'm going to go 64-12. I do think that the Cook Islands will be good for a couple of tries. While Papua New Guinea are a great attacking side, I do think their defense may let a couple of tries in. But outside of that, I think it'll be an absolute clinic put on by Papua New Guinea, and they will take on Tonga in the relegation/promotion game in the final week. So that is my tip there. I'm backing in the Kumals. I think they win this one by 52 points. For try scorers, I'm going to give 2 from Papua New Guinea in this one, just because I don't think we'll see too many scored from the Cook Islands. I think Nano McDonald is a certainty to score in this one, and I think Robert Derby crosses as well. All right, guys, that is my preview and predictions for the Pacific Championships. Week 3, only one more week to go. Very excited for the final week of the the Pacific Championships. Should be a cracking week next week, and I can't wait to see who takes on who. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop down below who you're tipping this week. I really would love to hear from you. Please do leave a like and subscribe. It helps the growth of the channel. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.